A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us just in time for the news here on Lookuptv. Remember, today is the 5th of April 2023. My name is Keitany and our sign language interpreter is Josephine Auko. Now, thank you for choosing Lookuptv as your home of not only unrivaled news coverage, but as well your home of family entertainment. Having toured the larger Dagoretti, Starehe and Embakasi constituencies in our Meet the People tour, there's more to come, because tomorrow the A-team, led by our senior anchors Lame Kaungo, Simba Kiage, Samia Dika and our chief video editor Shemko the Big Fish will be on the road. So be on the lookout and keep it Lookuptv. Now that and many other stories making headlines on our bulletin this night. But first of all, let's have a look at what's making headlines.
Tonight on Lookup News, Ruto's EACC chair nominee David Oginde vetted by Parliament.
Walinigonga kichwa, sahi siwezi enda job juu watchman wezi kuwa na dent.
Also tonight, shackles of protests. Victims from Maandamano ordeal are crying for justice. And Health CS Susan Nakumisha visits Mukumu Girls students amid disease outbreak.
Now, remember, you can engage with us across all our social media platforms at Lookuptv and as well watch us live on all those platforms. Now, we begin this bulletin on a sad note, and a section of women drawn from the informal settlements have come out to strongly condemn the inhumane nature from people whom they say posed as anti-government protesters but ended up assaulting women and children. Cecilia Lubanga tells us more.
Wao wana fight kivyao, but sisi wenye tuko chini tunaumia kimaisha.
Sisi ndio tunaumia. Hiyo siku hata watu wengi hawakukula.
Mimi nilikujua tu kwa nyumba. Nikakatwa na panga, nikapepewa kila kitu.
They were affected by the just ended street marches. Children and mothers injured and lives lost. And even though the demonstrations were called off, they carry along the scars. They are the faces of social injustices meted on the lowly in the society in the just ended anti-government protests. For some individuals, its destiny changed. For others, it will take them the longest time to restore the much that has been lost. This pushing mothers in the informal settlement alongside Haki Africa to bring to light the damage that has been caused.
It is the mothers in the informal settlements that are having their children in houses, children that were highly affected, people that were affected by the tear gas, by the violence.
Till now, most of the damage and loss experiences in the informal settlements where all those protests took place is yet to be accounted for.
Ross Akinyi Ochieng, a mother of a 2-week-old baby, forced to nurse an ailing baby who was subjected to the tear gas smoke on Thursday last week.
Niliona tu ni kama nilikuwa nimekufa tayari. Hata ndio ikafanya nikatoka nikapiga magoti. Nilikuwa na mtoto kwa.
Now, on to matters education, and LCS Susan Nakumisha and education PS Belia Kipsang visited students from the Sacred Heart Mukumu High School in Kakamega County. At the hospital, up to now, 11 students from all are still admitted at the County General Hospital following an outbreak of an illness at the institution that doctors say affected the livers and kidneys in the patients.
But you guys are advantage. I want to sit on my chair.
So for them
we have noticed that a total of 108 cases of gastroenteritis, which is a stomach disease, and it has resulted into 2 deaths so far, which have been reported. A majority, 68 of them, were managed as outpatients, with only 40 being admitted. To date, 26 of them are still admitted, 14 have been discharged. Of the admissions, 9 of them are at the Kakamega Referral Hospital, and I have been there. I have seen the 9 girls, and 17 are at Mukumu Mission Hospital. One student who was critically ill from that number had been taken to ICU. From there, yesterday, they were in HDU, and as of this morning, they were now discharged to go to the general ward. I have managed to speak to the girl. She is in good condition. She's up and in the next few days from the doctor's advice, she should be discharged. The government is bound to ensure that the affected schools reopen in a safe environment and in a timely fashion.
We are working on modalities of reopening the schools immediately after Easter so that the children can resume learning. And we have a huge team, mainly from Ministry of Health, who are trying to go deep into the real issue so that we can be able to address this problem once and for all.
Now on to matters fighting corruption and the process of picking the new chairperson of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Chairperson is on course as the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee today vetted CITAM's Bishop Emeritus David Oginde. The Bishop emphasized on the importance of the Commission in the nation's growth through the fight against corruption.
After the 6-year tenure of Archbishop Eliud Obukala, the helm of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission came to an end. The process of finding his successor is near completion.
The first thing I would like us to do is ensure that we as a commission understand what our mandate is and how to execute it in the best way possible.
Wednesday morning, it was CITAM's Bishop Emeritus David Oginde's turn to appear before the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, citing his passion to lead the fight against corruption and insisting on the importance of the Commission in the battle against corruption, which he says is crucial to the country's growth.
I see the Commission as a governance organ of the EACC, and then we have a secretariat that is leading the management side, headed by a CEO. So the role of the chair and the commission, which under normal circumstances we call a board, is to provide a right working environment through which the management team can do their work.
With cases against high-ranking government officials being dropped, Oginde now says it is the duty of the Commission to do thorough investigations to ensure those found culpable are inducted and ensure that the Commission regains confidence from Kenyans.
We have seen in this country not too long ago cases that are being withdrawn against people who are supposed to have been engaged in corruption. I see only two possibilities. Either that in the first place, those who are false allegations, or in this second place, it is a false allegation. So whether the people who brought them first in were weaponizing corruption or fight against corruption, or the people who are releasing them have also done the same. The truth does not lie in between. It is in either side. And that's how, therefore, people begin to believe that I can be corrupt and get away with it. Because when we see these kinds of things happening, we need to, as a commission, when we take over a case, that case be thoroughly investigated with facts and figures, so that by the time a case is being prosecuted, it is hopefully a watertight case.
Fitting Archbishop Obukala's shoes being a tall order, Oginde insists that it is the responsibility of every Kenyan to help in the fight against corruption, while blaming Kenyans for voting in leaders involved in embezzlement of public funds.
The focus has been so much on public servants, but public servants don't corrupt themselves. We Kenyans corrupt them. The private sector are involved. So we have to really work together towards a common understanding that corruption is bad for the country. Once we are agreed on that, then it will be easier for us to find ways and means of how to tackle this monster.
Bishop Oginde also urged the National Assembly to play its role in the fight against corruption. Keitany, Lookuptv.
Now, a concern has been raised over the rise of the number of accidents occurring in the Nakuru Highway in the past 1 month. According to the statistics, the accident has claimed over 30 lives. The Motorist Association of Kenya has linked these to reckless driving. Phoebe Ng'ombe with the details.
Kuongezeka kwa ajali katika sehemu tofauti za barabara kuu ya Nakuru kumehusishwa na ubunifu mbaya wa barabara hiyo na uendeshaji mbaya wa magari. Hii ni kulingana na
Now, also tonight, roads in Ilbisil area in Kajiado County have been left impassable after heavy rains swept away the bridges and roads, creating a drift between the town and its villages. Abigail Shura with more.
Residents of Kajiado are left in shock after the heavy rains last night caused massive destructions on their roads, making them impassable.
Sasa leo tumepata mvua mingi ambaye ilinyesha siku ya leo kama saa 7 ya usiku. Sasa tukaona tena hii barabara inakuanga ya national government, tumeona imekatika. Kwa hivyo leo kuna mchezo pale Lorongoswa, tumeona watoto waendi juu ya hiyo mchezo, hiyo katika imekatika. Na hata nimeona walimu wengi wale wanalala busy, wamelala pale ile hawajapata nafasi ya kwenda kuangalia watoto wao. Na hata na biashara mingi zimeharibika.
The rains caused soil erosion drift between Ilbisil town and other villages of Lorongoswa and Torosei. The mess has caused students to miss the national drama festivals and their learning too.
Tunaenda mchezo. Tumekatiziwa watu wengi. Wale wakukuja kupandili hata kesho tunapeleka watoto wapi subzonal, hakuna barabara.
The situation in Kajiado West is worse as residents there are in fear that their homes might be swept away by the ongoing rains.
Kama ingewezekana serikali ya kuja tusaidie tutengeneze barabara. Sasa hii barabara imekatika. Wananchi ndio walikuwa wanajitoa kujitengeneza. Kwa hivyo ni mzuri serikali ya kuja tusaidie.
It is the plea of these residents that the county government intervene. Abigail Shura for Lookuptv.
Apologies for that particular hitch. Masinde Muliro University students are now calling on the police to help curb the increase of insecurity cases in the area. The district students are reportedly being terrorized in the melee. Listening to that particular story.
Masinde Muliro University students are crying foul that insecurity cases in Kakamega have been on the rise. According to the security report, students have lost their lives and others badly injured in the hand of the gang which has been terrorizing people in the outskirts of Kakamega.
Insecurity is becoming an issue here in Kakamega. We are boldly condemning all those people who are involved in attacking, butchering and killing our fellow students. And we are calling upon the police, the security teams and all the stakeholders involved to help us combat insecurity cases.
And in Garissa County, farmers are counting losses after floods destroyed farm produce worth millions of shillings.
Appeal ni sio serikali kuna serikali county peke yake, kuna other stakeholders who have well-wishers who have stake on agricultural issues, kuna NGOs na watu wengine wale ambao wanaweza kusaidia. Ningeomba other than hawa the government agencies wenzangu wametaja, ningependa other well-wishers and stakeholders wa chip in wakuja watusaidie.
Elsewhere in Nyamira County, the family of a Form 3 students from Maranda High School in Siaya County who perished in a tragic road accident on his way home over free balance has claimed his death could have been avoided. In a twist of events, the deceased father, Isaac Julius Mogaka, alleged he sent 30,000 Kenya shillings instead of 27,000 Kenya shillings to the school through M-Pesa as free balance for his son, but the management of the school still sent his son away.
Ndio kuangoja jioni saa moja hivi nikasikia mtu akanipigia simu eti kuna accident imekuwa hapa Mavuko, kama uko karibu kuja uangalie. Nilisikia mtoto wake anasoma Maranda, kuja uone kuna mtoto wa Maranda ameumia hapa. Nikamwambia sawa, nikamuuliza ako wapi. Sasa hii amepelekwa hospitali inaitwa Gucha, enda huko muone. Kufika hapo Gucha nikapata kama wamemweka kwa gate ya moja kuingia moja ndani.
Finally, after Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital was elevated to a level 5 hospital, healthcare services have greatly improved with the recent launch of intensive care unit now saving lives of patients in critical conditions.
Intensive care unit, we have a new 4-bed ICU unit which was launched on the 8th of March of this year, just about a month ago, and it has really been instrumental in the care of critically ill patients.
Gladys Masharia, Lookuptv.
Also tonight, 93% of Eldoret residents now want Eldoret town to be named as Kenya's 5th capital city after Nakuru town. This is according to the committee by Uasin Gishu Governor Jonathan B. Chelelem.
They did engage all the stakeholders from the academia, the business community, to those who are in various sectors, all the stakeholders. and the report is very positive. From here, I will move the report to the next level, to the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, which again will go through it, and from there again we will move it to the Senate for scrutiny and approval, awaiting the charter from His Excellency the President. As a county of Uasin Gishu, we are offbeat. Eldoret has for some reason delayed. It should have been a city a long time ago.
I guess the residents of Eldoret town are smiling, and we hope that Eldoret will indeed be named Kenya's 5th city. On that note, we take a short breather. We'll be back with more news on the other side of this break.
Sensei Institute of Technology is the home to the best practical courses, giving you a hands-on experience to handle the world. A place to build your skill and see the world in a deep. For you to join us, ensure you have your national ID card and be ready to enjoy the ride. Sensei College, my skills, my future.
Hey darling, are we still on for a coffee date?
I'm waiting for you to come and pick me up.
I should be able to pick you in a few.
It's a coffee yogurt date?
It's not just a yogurt, it's royal coffee yogurt.
Flow with the sweet taste of thick and smooth Royal Fresh coffee yogurt. Royal Fresh, the royal taste of freshness.
We as Novena United Circle are a society that is able to provide a platform for business startups by providing financial aid to members and creating a platform to accumulate their savings. We look for small business entrepreneurs who are starting a business venture and provide the best opportunity to expand our business niche and turn it into something big. For more information, call us on 0768 757 956 or WhatsApp us on 0734 832 430. Novena United Circle. Tuungane pamoja.
It's easier, it's bigger, it's better. It's Grand Mega Draw. Cheza na shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde mega cash ya 200 million. Isitoshe, kuna mega bonus ya up to 20 million shillings kila Jumatano na Jumamosi. Sio ndoto, unangoja nini? Cheza Lotto, it could be you. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 777-000. Andika neno Look kama account number. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde sasa. Round hii ni more draws, more cash and big wins na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Are you looking for a renowned institution of academic and professional excellence to kickstart your career? Then join KIPS Technical College, a top NEC, CASNEP, NITA, HRMPEB and KISIM examination center in Kenya, fully accredited by TVET Authority. We offer high-quality hands-on training in engineering, hospitality, tourism, journalism, ICT, business, accounting, hairdressing and beauty, health sciences, community development and foreign languages, and have placed over 26,000 graduates in employment since 1994. Admission for April intake is ongoing. Call 0720-813-113 or visit any of our 6 campuses located within Nairobi. KIPS Technical College, your sure path to success.
Thank you very much for staying with us. We jump onto matters business. And it is only through proper focus on financial literacy that Kenya will begin to see a change in insurance penetration. According to All Mutual Chief Executive Officer Arthur Oginga, the 3% penetration rate for Kenya will only change if the market adopts a proactive approach in educating the population on the need for insurance. Simba Eliza Kiage with that story.
Old Mutual is already taking the lead in educating the young population on the need for insurance and financial literacy in general. And goal, impart on the insurance uptake in the country in a bid to catch up with South Africa leading the continent with an uptake rate of 17%. This plan has already started with a program targeting 7,000 university graduates picking up speed.
We want those people who have a steady income to put aside some money on a monthly basis that helps them meet their lifetime financial goals. That's what we do. Now, why isn't that happening? I think when we talk insurance, it sounds complicated.
With the Old Mutual posting a profit before tax of 202 million shillings for the financial year ended 31st December 2022, driven by solid top-line growth, Mr. Oginga is optimistic that the insurer will pull in more customers through bundled and well-targeted products, as well as continued digitization of operations.
I think the first lesson from COVID was being true to our promise. Yeah. Customers saw us as being true to our promise. We said in the event of a death, we shall pay. It didn't matter that it was a pandemic, we paid, right? When somebody fell ill, we paid, irrespective of the fact that it was a pandemic. I think that trust has enabled us to expand our customer base.
Mr. Oginga is also upbeat that the sector has now completely pulled away from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, poising for proper returns this year.
The measures around ensuring that underwriters are pricing appropriately. The new risk-based regime, I think, is a positive factor for the market. I'm therefore quite optimistic that the industry is going to rebound. We are going to see performance improving significantly.
For Lookuptv News, Simba Elijah Charles Kiage.
Thank you very much, Simba Charles Elijah Kiage. Now, your favorite television, Lookuptv, hit the road for a second phase of Meet the Viewers Caravan along Jogoo Road, Buruburu, Tasia, Pipeline, Kware, Donholm, Kayole, and Umoja. Residents who turned up in their hundreds were elated to meet their favorite news anchors and partners sponsoring the roadshow. Our reporter Henry Chende with more.
Bila kusahau Kids Technical College, United Sacco wakishirikiana na Lookuptv. Kila kwambia ni nyumbani kwenye independent zaidi kabisa. Kweli kabisa. Yes, sababu kuna pia siku ya tukio na diaria. Alright. Kwenye TV kwambia. Ile picha ya DJ Lookuptv usipe na pia kwenye Facebook subscribe. Yes.
Kuna yule mami pale, yule goja huyu nani huyu mwenye huyo avalie hiyo kofia. Alafu kuna yule mami pale nyuma kabisa, yule ambaye ameshikilia kalenda. Huyo tafadhali nisaidie kumpatia hii. Hata kosa rafiki ambaye anambeba na bodaboda leta moja, huyu ni mzazi huyu. Kuja harakisha wa trading school. Kuja harakisha.
Unaweza kutufuatilia kwenye mitandao yetu ya kijamii, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Tunapatikana wapi? At Lookuptv. Tunashukuru sana kwa sababu umejitokeza kuja kutuona. Sisi ni watangazaji wa runinga ya Lookup. Hivyo basi ingia pale kwenye Facebook, ingia pale kwenye YouTube, ingia pale kwenye Twitter, subscribe. Uko na smartphone ambao unaweza subscribe ili uweze kupata matangazo yetu yote, pia kuwa na habari ambazo tunaweza kufuatilia pale.
Now, on to matters sports, where the friendly match between Harambee Starlets and Albania has been cancelled due to logistical challenges. According to a letter from football